What's going on, true believers? It's your man Believes. Guys, CRO got $700 million in funding, and it's up 21.7%, while the rest of the market took a dip. But that dip ended at about 2.7 trillion, and it's now back up almost to 2.8 trillion, and the Bitcoin posse, they're smoking hopium today because they think they're about to get sent. Now, guys, before I move on, help me by watching this video all the way through. I'm going to try to keep it short today. Also, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. The best thing that you can do for your token is leave a comment with your token and the one that you support, because other people look at this, and when they look at it, then they will see and they will be able to make a decision based on what you are telling them about your token. This is not financial advice, but I am always right.
I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways.
Okay, guys, the market is at 2.765 trillion off a volume of 171 billion. Tether still sits where it sits. There's a lot of money moving in and out of it, but if you look, you will see a recent spike to the upside. What's that mean? It means the market is starting to turn around. Bitcoin is now at 60,600. That's from a low of 59 last night. Ethereum had dropped to around 4140 and is now back up to 4256. You're starting to see movement again in the last 24 hours. Look at all the green that you're catching. Avalanche, 16% over the course of the day. Polkadot is now up on the day, 3%. XRP is starting to make its move back to the upside. And $700 into crypto.com. CRO is up 4.1% on the hour, 20.9 on the day, and 42 for the week. So if you were in that, you absolutely made a good call. Axie Infinity, by the way, is up 7% on the day. Metaverse, Decentraland, Mana is up 10.9%. So the Metaverse is still moving. IOTA is up 20% on the day. As you go down these charts, you will see the Sandbox is up 34% on the day. But to remember, it's down 2.4% in the last hour, but that was a big spike up just a little while ago. Chili's is up 2.4 on the day. And Engine 8% on the day. So guys, the metaverse is still the thing. It's still the hype. Make sure that you've got something in your bag from the metaverse. Moving on. All right, HokkFi, you guys are trading at 2.2 cents. That's up 6.5% to the previous day. I think you've got another spike in your future if we're reading this right. The market's starting to change. If Ethereum continues to rise as of this morning, so I've got a feeling that we're going to see a big spike happening just in short order. There's $288,000 in volume. The diluted market cap is 186 million, and you seem to be fairly active. So let's see what happens. Moving on. All right, guys, what's that big spike? That's Sanshu, a 9% increase to the previous day. You're trading at 57.49. That did get up in the 6,000s. As you zoom out, you will see you are sitting right in this spot right here. I have a feeling that you guys are going to be back up here before you know it. That trend, the line of support got broken, but you are back in it. And as a matter of fact, this accumulation right around here, that's the perfect spot for you to break out and have another gigantic lift. Moving on. Floki Vikings, raise your horns today, because guess what? Over the course of the evening, there was a sell-off of 199 Ethereum worth of Floki from some, I don't know, crackhead. Who knows what they are, but they needed it for some reason. But guess what? Within a few hours, not only was that dip completely eaten, but there was time enough for another dip in the process that also got eaten up. So, guys, if you're looking for enthusiasm and you're looking for excitement, then I think that what you're seeing right now is the start of that accumulation period. This little bump right here is starting to look like this little bump right here, and that led to just a parabolic move to the upside. And if you go back here and you start to look for similar sort of downstroke bumps, each one is followed by a gigantic move. The last time that ended up at 34. First time it ended up at 32. So guys, I have a feeling that something big is about to happen, because that trend right there, that usually ends right around here and ends up going up. So, guys, keep your eyes and ears posted, and we'll see you at the top. Moving on. All right, Saitama Wolfpack trading at 81.22, down 0% to 24 hours ago. Now, guys, there was a lot going on that had been happening in the last little while concerning Saitama, and guess what? None of it mattered. If you ever in your life want to be curious as to what it looks like to see a token, a meme token, convert itself to a utility token, then you are witnessing it as it happens, as Saitama is getting ready to launch. I know there was a problem with it, but don't worry about it. That's just fine. But go look at the buy pressure that is experienced right here. Now, then what you see here, a bunch of crybabies here. These guys, they want to wreck it because they got in. Now they get unfaithful. I mean, who sells 1.8 Ethereum? Are you kidding me? Like, that's child's play at this point. These are the people, by the way, just if you're watching, these are the people that will never in their lives be rich. And if you don't believe me, then click on one and go track it. $17,000, $18,000. That's what this person said. You know what? That's enough for me. Totoro, who does that? Come on. Mononoke, okay, I got nothing bad to say about that one. Luffy, and then, listen, this guy is just sitting here, and maybe there's a transfer to $1 billion wallet. Maybe he just keeps transferring to oh shit, that's not happening either. Because guess what happens? The people that do this, the people that can't sit down and they can't sit still long enough to make money, never make money. That's how this works. It's very simple. When you're selling your 2 ETH purchase, when you're selling 2 ETH, you are basically selling a loss on something with buy pressure. And this, all of this green right here, and this is just, by the way, in the last half hour, as I scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, this is called buy pressure. There is a constant stream of buys that are coming in. I've been scrolling since I started rambling on about this, and I am not even at 7 a.m. That's how much action, here we go. That's how much action there is on Saitama. So if you're not paying attention to it, then you are an idiot. And if you're an idiot, you're probably not listening to me. So everybody else who's not listening to me, they're idiots because they just do not get it. There is so much buy pressure here that this thing will continue and continue and continue for, okay, respect, but that's going to get eaten up in about 30 seconds. That's the way that this works, guys. So, Saitama, keep doing what you're doing. You're not down on the day. Total market cap, by the way, $4.2 billion. Moving on. All right, Kishu, you guys are trading at 46.63. That's even with the previous day, which means that the bottom has probably been hit. Hey. And you're trading at $452 million total market cap off a volume of $1.591 million to the previous day. And guys, this is a very good thing. This trend that you have right here, I haven't put another stick to it, by the way, but there's a line forming right here that tells me that you're going to be back here at your all-time high in very short order. If you know anything about pattern recognition, it's very simple. You can see how this is accumulating, and if you can't, let me take a second because I love you guys, and let's look at the tops on these. That one broke it a little bit. There's a channel forming right about here. And we're going to drop this down just a little bit. I don't want to do the work while you're watching, but that's what we have to do sometimes. Okay, so this looks like where your channel has formed. This broke way outside of it, but as you can see right here, just based on these trends and based on the fact that you're at this downside, then that means that there's another upside which will probably break out again. In your, let's call it hopium, since we're using that word today, if we do this, this, and this, then we are kicking it way up a notch, by the way. But we're going to, and just bear with me for a second here. I know I'm wasting your time, but I don't want to waste too much of it. Let's look here, and let's get a real good look as we go out this way. Now, these little tops right here, we're going to eliminate those. We're going to say that it's more in line with that accumulation line, because that accumulation line seems to really kind of match up. So we're going to take these 3 out here. And what do we see? We see that the next time that you guys pop off, that you are looking at somewhere way up here. So that is about a 4x from where you currently are, putting you at somewhere near a $1.8 billion market cap, and that seems pretty fair to me. So guys, if you're looking and you're in Kishu and you're wondering when it's going to lift off, well, you touch this bottom. When you touch the bottom here, you get some accumulation. This right here is where you bumped it on this line. This is your little spike. This is your little spike. Then you have a little trend line that goes along here again, which is what's happening right here. And then it pops up and it hits this top line before it cascades back down. And it does the same thing. This is a pattern that seems to repeat itself. Now you see here, there's a little pattern that repeats itself. It's a spike right here, and it goes down. And then there's a little spot right here where it goes back up, which is what it's doing right here. And then you are set for a giant spike up to this side, which is what we're talking about right here. There's a giant spike that puts you about 15, 16 if it happens over the next 24 to 48 hours. So guys, if you're looking for an impetus, that's what you should be finding an impetus right now to get people involved one more time and make this run happen, because we're not at meme coin season, but it sure would be nice if you started to accumulate at a much higher level, because then people would know that you're a big time player. And I have faith that you are the meme coin in this market, and you're the one that's going to send everything, and I still believe that. So I got a feeling that you've got some upside coming, and it's going to be a big move. Moving on. All right, StarLink troopers, you metaverse gods, trading at 77.70 right now. That's up 14.5% to the previous day on a volume of $31 million. People are checking you out. People are seeing it. People are understanding what's happening right now. So the market cap is $775 million. I think things are going to start to get even more crazy than they are right now, because when you start to look, some of these, by the way, they took a little while before the metaverse started to come along. So you're going to see a lot of tokens that you are just going to pass by in short order very soon, just because they've been here for a long period of time. They've been working on it. You guys have been able to step over a few of those dead bodies and make some moves that wouldn't have otherwise been able to have been made. Your game planning of years and years and years just got pared way down in the process. So that's an absolutely great thing. I think if we're looking at this, there's an accumulation here, but there is just a massive thirst right now for metaverse projects, and you guys are a great metaverse project, and you are right here. So guys, it's going to take you about a 30% increase right now to drop a zero. What are you guys going to do? Drop this zero or what? Moving on. All right, Kuma, you guys are trading at 25.55. That's up 10.8% to the previous day. I told you that you were in a flag pattern, and it would be great if you kind of broke out of that flag pattern. Well, guess what? You didn't do that. But that does mean that an adjustment is in order. And if you start to move it around and you start to get yourself set up, you are also still in a descending flag pattern. You've got maybe just a little bit more time through November 23rd, maybe, to save that. Maybe you'll pop up here to 2,900, 3,000 in very short order, bounce around here before you start to hit that parabolic upside. You're going to need some investment. You're going to need some people involved. I know that there's no marketing that you guys are doing other than grassroots kind of stuff, but it does take everybody being involved. It takes you guys getting on Twitter. It takes you guys getting on StockTwits. It takes you guys showing people what you have to offer. And what you have are some very faithful holders, which means that you've got a tremendous opportunity on this upside to continue moving this product higher and higher and higher. I went in for 5K just the other day. I'm still sitting and I'm still waiting, and I'm going to be here for a little while. So you guys got me. Show me what you can do. Moving on. All right, what's going on to the mighty boss token? Guys, I can't help it. I'm just hilarious. 26.75, you're up 4.3% on the day. I'm sensing another spike. This is one of those things that seems to happen right here, and you get this kind of movement right here, right before you guys go up a big amount. So guys, make sure that you got your bags packed, because it looks like there's some good sentiment happening right now, and you're probably going to get a big upside lift here. So keep yourself strapped in. Boss token, kick ass. Boss track, awesome. Moving on. All right, guys, I don't want to get off on a rant here, but there was an enormous amount of media FUD, not real FUD. There was an enormous amount of media FUD, and guess what? Everything is slowly but surely starting to recover to the point that it's going to get very rapid very soon. America is waking up in just a few moments, and we're probably going to see a nice little lift, especially in the meme coin markets, because part of the NFTs and part of the metaverse is that all of the meme coins have started to move and migrate into NFTs. They started to move and migrate into the metaverse. Floki has Valhalla. Saitama has Wolfcaster. You know, these things are starting to manifest themselves, and you're starting to see Sanshu has a game coming. Kishu has a game coming. StarLink has a massive space game coming that I've been in the beta. Guys, I keep telling you, I'm admitting it. It's incredible. The graphics are spot on. It's going to be a game changer. Everybody seems to have a move that they are making into finance, into NFTs, into the metaverse. So guess what? All of these projects have tremendous amounts of upside. That's why I'm covering it. I'm adding in Kuma. Kuma is going to be an interesting project for me. I'm going to follow it for a little while, because I believe that this is another Shiba type situation, which will evolve over time organically from people who want to see it succeed. So I'm interested to see exactly how it plays out. But if I've not mentioned it before, I'm also interested in Zombie Inu. I'm also interested in Piccolo. I'm also interested in Mononoke. I'm also interested in Suzuki. There are quite a few that I'm looking at that I don't cover, but I'm paying attention to every day. And a lot of these have a tremendous amount of upside. One of them even has a game that's already out. So you're going to start to see a lot of things happening with the metaverse. The metaverse is going to be key to this next level. Now, we're in the early adoption phase of it. When we start to see some parabolic moves, especially during altcoin season, guys, I think that during altcoin season, we are going to see incredible moves by Sandbox. I think we're going to see incredible moves by Chili's, by Engine, by StarLink, by Star Atlas. You're going to start to see a lot of moves from a lot of different tokens that are part of that. The BAT token, you're going to start to see big moves, because the metaverse will start taking over. Then you're going to see like a drop in your normal tokens for a little while, because we're going to enter that bear market phase. We're going to enter that bear market period. No matter what Michael Saylor says, we're going to enter a little bit of a correction period, and then the metaverse is just going to pop off. So it would be awesome if you had your bag packed for it. And if you don't have the money for it, then remember, when we get to the money making portion of the meme coin season, make sure that you take some of your money and you buy land and buy property and buy stuff in the metaverse. What was the game that I watched yesterday? You know what? Go research it. There are land grabs that you can make right now where you can buy property in these games that will make life-changing wealth for you at some point later on. That's my time, guys. Let's have a good day, and let's all prosper.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining.